The lack of Malay attendees today, and the last time you and Dr. Kwong was in JB to talk about fair elections forum. Okay. The second one, from the same person here, are we giving out the wrong signals that what we are doing is not for the benefit of all? What can we do about this? It's from Ko Wai Kian. This is the first question. The second one, to all the speakers, it can be said that the demand put forward by Hindraf is also the aspirations of other minority ethnic communities, including the Chinese. In your opinion, what should the Pakatan Rakyat, as the largest parliamentary opposition party, who claim to be well prepared to take over the federal government, to do to fulfill people's aspirations and demand? If Pakatan Rakyat becomes the ruling party, do you think if there is any possibility to repeal Article 153? This is the second question. And the third one, recently there was an interview published by Malaysia Kini. A member of parliament from Party Socialist Malaysia, PSM, said it is premised on an ethnic analysis of society, and there isn't much ideological speaking to differentiate it from either MCA or Perkasa. The it, I think, in here means Hindraf, yeah? So, what is the opinion of our speakers here? Last, before we open to the speakers to answer, to Mr. N. Ganesan, all Malaysians are very conscious of the fact that Hindraf were highly instrumental in creating the tsunami in the 12th general elections that saw Pakatan Rakyat deny Barisan Nasional their 2/3 majority in parliament. They have been championing the downtrodden Indians from the rally in 2007 to date. Fast forward, Hindraf is unable to work closely with the Pakatan Rakyat in ensuring their Pakatan Rakyat is able to wrest control of Putrajaya after general election, the 13th general election. How is Hindraf going to make a political impact for the Indian population if they are unable to work with neither Barisan Nasional nor Pakatan Rakyat? This question is from Kuna Chedaya, a citizen journalist. So open up the session to the speakers.
Okay, since the first question was directed to me, I don't know. There could be, I mean, the only logical reason I can think of is two. Satu is that they don't agree with us. And secondly, even those who do agree might feel, I don't know, nervous, worried to come to a forum like this. So I do not at any time suggest that I am the spokesperson for any group of people. I'm only the spokesperson for me, and I really can't answer this. But I think it's the second part of the question is perhaps more important. The second part of the question is that what can we do to make people realize that the issues that we're talking about here is not just about non-Malays, it's about the country as a whole. And I think that is a good question because it points to how we as people who are in the public eye who speak about issues like this, how we approach the question in the future. Because ultimately, for me, if this country does, we're not a big country. We're not a big country, but we have so much potential. And for me, the potential is going down the drains. And the reason for this is because the country is governed in such a way which is so unjust, so biased, and so nasty, okay, that anyone with half a brain, and it doesn't matter whether what ethnic community you come from, why would you stay? You know, and what's going to be left behind? How are we going to truly develop if we live in a society as divisive and as racist as we live in today? No society can survive. No community, no nation can survive when we are in this kind of situation. And we're talking about everybody surviving. And I think for me, that's the message that has to be pushed through. You know, and that's not. It's not being pushed through. I mean, after 40 years of the NEP, the vast majority of those from low-income families are still Malays. So what has it done? What has it done for poverty alleviation? Yeah, very little. But this is not made known. So you know, we obviously what we've been doing is just not working. You know, but this is not being questioned. And the rich are getting richer. In this country, we have one of the worst records of the distinction between the rich and the poor. Worse, definitely in the region, probably the world, where the rich are very rich and the poor are very poor. This distinction between the two is very high. I think it's called the Gini coefficient. And our results are very, very poor. You know, so these are hard issues which we have to face. And if we do not face them, and if we do not deal with them, it's going to be bad for the entire nation. And this is the message that we have to get through.
First question.
Maybe I should just read about the first question again, directed to Dr. Azmi but open to other speakers. The question is about what do you think is the reason behind the lack of Malay attendees today in this forum? Are we giving out the wrong signals that what we are doing is not for the benefit of all? And what can we do about this?
Actually, that's a very difficult question. What we are doing today is not wrong. It's not wrong. It's just that we are articulating from the side that makes it appear self-serving, and that's difficult. That's difficult, you know. However, as I said, okay, what we are talking about today is something, we say racism is immoral. Think about it, yeah? Whatever the justification, racism is immoral. We can't be wrong, right? So we're not saying anything wrong here. It's just that this is the thing that we have to come up with some way of reaching out to change public opinion, to change social values, to make people realize it is bad. You know, when it's articulated purely from this side, it takes on a different meaning. It has to be articulated in a way where everybody realizes that it is actually affecting them. Today, I don't think that realization is there, nor have we, that's what I said, these are things, you know, by forums like this, you know, we are saying areas of exploration, you know. This is a start, you know, when could we talk about this kind of thing in the past? Now we are talking about these things. This is a start, but we have to continue. we have to find ways of actually articulating these to broader sections, so that now, just like what's happened in the last elections, now, the opposition to the government is more broad-based than it used to be. So, it's going that way. We just have to find, more answers for these questions. Maybe we don't have them right now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm more in favor of a two-pronged approach. And that is why I put on the slide just now about what going back to the agreement is about. Differentiating between what was in 1957 and what was in 1971. In the agenda that's why I think it's very important now that the election is coming, that people all over the land come up with their demands. I'm more interested in demands of Pakatan Rakyat, because I think we've given up on Barisan Nasional after 54 years. So what are we demanding? Are we going to succeed with saying abolish 153? You know that Anwar Ibrahim and Khalid Ibrahim have said that they are prepared to do away with the new economic policy, which came in after 1971. Yeah. And we are asking for an Equality Act in our demands for the 13th general election. So if we put all these demands together and we succeed in doing that, I think for the time being, that is not a bad victory. We can win that. And I think it's more important that we put forward our demands in a way that we think will win. Okay.